What is good? This is the Halftime Naptime podcast with your host, Benji. That is myself, and my boy Marcus.
What up?
Say what's up to the people. And we're just two motherfuckers with kids, bro. I'm a motherfucker that's about to have a kid. He already has a kid. We work with kids. We are two males that are just trying to break the stigma of, women always got to deal with the kids. We love our kids too. So we're just here to talk, shoot the shit with y'all, keep it normal, and have everyday conversations that we have, but in front of everybody else. And hopefully y'all learn something. And this shit blows up and y'all start dropping comments and we can go on from there and everyone learns something new. And at the end of the day, all of our kids win. So that is the goal. So we hope
Hell to
you
the yeah.
enjoy. And yeah, let's go, Marcus. So what you got today?
Well said. Christmas episode. First episode, Christmas episode. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays to my non-Christmas celebrators out there. Happy Hanukkah. I know it just passed.
Kwanzaa,
Kwanzaa.
Three Kings.
Right. all the all the above,
Big
whatever
dog,
you're
everything,
celebrating.
New
You eat your
Year's.
matzah bread, you eat your hams and shit. Enjoy that. What are you doing for Christmas?
I'm drinking Hennessy and I'm chilling because my wife is working. And the baby, we don't have our baby yet. She's coming in a few weeks. So I'm just chilling, going to the gym if it's open and chilling and drinking Hennessy and staying home and warm and cozy. It's cold as hell out here.
Hell yeah.
Look at what y'all doing over there.
Doing the same, chilling. Like this little boy doesn't even know like what a gift is. So like, we're just gonna give him some toys and he's gonna play. And just chilling. My dad's coming through. So like he's gonna get off of his like $5,000 racing simulator that he has. Come through, come kick it, drink some Tito's.
There you go.
Just have a great little Christmas day. I can't wait actually because basketball, man.
The Bulls are not playing. We're trash.
Right.
Not playing, but there'll be some good games. I mean, there's always a good game on. I'll catch a few for sure. Um, but I'm just not as excited as I usually was.
Right.
Like when I was younger, I used to look forward to that shit. It's probably because I didn't have cable and that was all that was on. And that was like a good day of like watching Channel 7 all day. Like I could watch it straight through. But now I think I'm just spoiled. I got too many channels to flip through.
I feel you on that. Yeah,
And I'm
especially
old.
when there's football on there too. So like you
Yeah.
got
Oh
football
yeah.
on
It's
too. So you
Sunday.
got three games there, and it's like you
Yeah.
got five NBA games. You're spoiled. So there's a blowout. So hey, I go back and forth, back and forth. So
Exactly.
yeah, just chilling, watching sports, and then Julie's gonna put on some sappy ass like Christmas movie. She already has like three or four of them on, and I already heard like Mariah Carey's Christmas song like 19, 20 million damn times.
We're not in the Christmas spirit over here yet. We're still planning and getting the nursery set up. And like I said, my wife's working this Christmas anyway, so we're just chilling.
Right.
Uh, the
Are,
nursery
are, are you are you feeling like nervous? Like what?
I'm not nervous. Well, yeah, I would say I'm a little nervous. It's like you're about to walk out one day and then you come back home and your life is gonna be different forever.
Mhm,
Like it's not just about you no more. You gotta love
mhm.
a little human being that you gotta be there for, take care of. You can't just think about yourself. You can't just get up and go.
Right.
So that's a little worrisome, right? And just like all the little things, like we've been folding her clothes up, washed her clothes. So even though they're new, you gotta wash their clothes right away in a clean washer. Um, and just folding these little ass pants, like that's just frustrating. Like, bro, those little ass pants I gotta fold up. And there's just so many of them. So it's just, yeah. I think the time's slowing down. The time's
Hmm.
slowing down. Um, and we just want her to be here already. I don't think I could be any more prepared. I mean, the overnight bag, I gotta look at it now every day. It's sitting there ready to go. You know, um, I'm about to just, yeah, dude. I'm gonna like to lock in.
Right.
So I could be ready, be
Right.
on the big day. I could be a good support partner.
There you go. Yeah, man.
Help you.
Dude, I remember the first day we brought Cairo home. that shit was like, you're right. Like how like your life is just like, man, like, all right, now like my life is like kind of put on hold. Now it's kind of like it's his turn, it's his time, and like, dude, don't worry about folding the baby clothes, bro. Just throw this shit in a fucking like bin, dude. Like have a bin set up. It's like fitted sheets. Like you can't really fold a fitted sheet. You know what I mean? It's like the
And
same thing. Just throw that shit all the onesies. Just put all your onesies together. Put your fucking pants together. Put your socks together. Like
I
you
think we'll
can't be
get to
folding
that
that shit.
point. I think we'll get to that point, but since we had time and this is the first time, like that shit is organized, bro. It looks crazy. It
We'll
looks
see once you get in
crazy.
the thick of it when you got no
Yeah,
time
they're
to be
all
doing
tucked
that shit.
away and stuff, you know. They're all nice and folded and creased up. She gonna be stepping.
Oh, this question. I've been thinking about this question for a while, especially for you. Future, would you rather have your daughter be like a big time softball player? Like she plays in like the College World Series, like she's balling, or would you rather be like a great like journalist, like a somebody who an author who writes books?
I'm gonna have to go journalist
Mm-hmm.
because there's no professional softball league.
Sure.
So it's dope. Like I love, I coach softball, so it's dope, but it doesn't go anywhere past college. So she can do that. If that gets her to college, that's dope.
Right.
You know, that's awesome. But as long as she would have a career and she ain't looking for my pockets all day, then we're all good. Like I love you, but I we gotta you gotta contribute too. Like, come on now. But if she's a journalist, that's dope. I mean, as long as she does whatever she wants. But I'm gonna be honest, man, I don't even want to think about that. I am trying to like stay here, trying to stay
Mhm.
in the moment. I don't even want to think about her even taking a step. I just want to I just need to see her here, and then we can get into all those like
Sure.
future. I don't even want to think about that. I'm already always in my head thinking ahead for like myself and just where I want to get our family and stuff. For her, I really want. I'm excited to just be in the moment.
Right.
I'm super geeked for that.
You gonna bring her out to Chicago?
Eventually,
Uh-huh.
eventually we'll go home to visit family. Um, I'm gonna have to drive. I don't want to do the plane thing yet. That seems like a hassle.
Agreed.
Make a lot of moves when we're back home. We see a lot of people and they're all stretched out. So that might have to be like our first little road trip.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be cool. Because you gotta take all that stuff like the bassinet and the stroller and the car seat and the car seat holder and her bag and her toy and all that jazz. I'd rather take the drive and just be comfortable instead of having to dealing with the airport.
Mm-hmm. You're
I'm not
crying
ready for that.
out, you know.
Yeah, I'm not ready for all that. It doesn't look fun. I'm sure it's convenient for time, but that does not look fun to me.
Right. Yeah, man, I feel you on that, man.
Yeah, I'm not there yet.
I remember the drive out here to Vegas, and it was Julie dubbed it the worst road trip she's ever had because, we had like Cairo, and then we had three fucking cats in there. And like, oh man, that shit was hell, man. That shit was hell. And
Yeah,
Cairo was like the best person in there. It was like Cairo was like the best. Like he was just sitting back there chilling. He wasn't doing anything. He wasn't about anything. He was just sleeping the whole time. And then you had
chilling.
the cats just going crazy like the whole time. It was a nightmare trip, man. But like, yeah, she'll sleep fine during those trips back and forth to you to Chicago. Yeah, she'll sleep fine.
And Kyra was little too, right? When you did that, he was
Oh,
like
dude, he
2.
was. I think it was a month and a half. I
Yeah, you
think.
see, that's real little.
Yeah, yeah, he was a little dude. I think he was a month and a half when we made that trip, and like he was perfect.
You're
This
not
is
you're
goddamn
not
cats. My car is still all scratched up, man. The leather's all messed up in those damn cats, man. Like, god damn. Yeah,
we're
man.
not
Also, that was an interesting journey, though. Interesting.
we're
You'll
not
be fine, dude. You'll be fine. You'll have your
yeah.
damn
I mean,
pets.
yeah, like I said, the difference should be bigger by the time we go because we're Catholic and
Mm-hmm.
this baby's not leaving the house for 40 days.
Mm-hmm.
Like me personally, I don't know like the whole thing behind it. My wife is really into it. I know it's a thing in my family too. Like I don't know why 40 days. I really don't know. I'm not like a hardcore religious person. I just know the rules I'm going to follow.
Right. You weren't the only one, man. Like I was actually talking to my neighbors, and down the street, they did the same thing. There, I talked to them, and like she was I was like 2 months. It was like 45 days. I think it was like 45 days out from being born. And yeah, it was the first time out. And I was like, yeah, that's crazy because like with Tyro, man, we just
Yeah.
I got it. I had to get out of the house, man. I was going crazy.
You know
You
what
know?
else we do? My wife was telling me rose petal baths.
Huh?
Yeah, for her
Huh?
skin.
That's
So she
interesting.
has, baby skin so sensitive and new and fresh, obviously new and fresh when they come out. So
Right.
they keep it soft, or I don't know. I'm sure there's other reasons because this is like something that's been passed down. But like, yeah, rose petal baths. Her first baths are gonna be in just rose petals.
Fresh rose petals, like
Yeah,
yeah, like you just get a
yeah,
rose
like
and you start.
go to the
Yeah.
store, buy like some roses and pluck them and put them in water and use that to bathe her.
Right. Oh,
She
dude, that's
sure
what's
is
up.
bougie already. She
Yeah, he's
already
over here. Yeah, he's over here
princess
like
status
Notorious
already.
B.I.G. video and
Yeah,
stuff over there. You got Crystal on the side too.
big softy. Yeah, my sister was like, "Yo, your baby gonna make you soft, bro." She's like, "You gonna be a whole different person when that little girl get her hands on you, boy. You gonna be soft as ever." And my
Especially a
kids,
little girl, man, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, for sure. I'm happy. I'm very happy it's a girl. My little partner and shit. Little partner.
Right? Oh, she gonna love you.
Oh,
She
yeah,
gonna be
yeah,
all over you.
dude, we're gonna be acting a fool, bro.
Right?
I'm a whole character already, so imagine me as somebody else that's supposed to be a character.
Right?
You
Oh,
know?
all right. Question that I've been thinking about. I'm reading this book, right? It's called Don't Start a Side Hustle. So basically it wants you to be it's called like a passive paneer instead of an entrepreneur, and you're making more passive income. And one of the questions they asked was, and this is an amazing question, is if you were if your life was like a stock, right?
All right.
From when you were born to like right now, at what point would you have bought your stock?
Ooh, bought my stock. I think when I moved to Denver, that's when it was game time,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like I just finished grad school. I was looking to be a school psychologist. Um, so I was really taking a chance on myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Leaving the crib, leaving home, just me and my girl. We moved to Colorado. So to do that and just like no, we don't know no one here. Like I didn't know anyone when I moved up here. Um, I just liked the job, found a good landing spot, and I was like, let's try something different. So if I took that chance, I didn't do that shit for no reason. Like I
Right.
didn't come thinking like, oh, I'm gonna come out here and I might fail. I knew I wasn't gonna fail. I didn't know how it was gonna look, but I was like, I'm not gonna fail. So that would have been the perfect time. So 2016, right when I came out here, that would have been a great time to buy the stock because since then I just been going up every year.
Mm-hmm.
I've been making moves, you know what I mean? So that was like the first big move to jump everything else off. So I would say 2016. Knowing what I know now, for sure 2016.
Right.
You meet me in 2009, you'd have been buying penny stocks. I didn't have shit, but just good grades in college, and a lot of hangovers and wild nights. Uh, but yeah, 2016 for sure. Got that master's, had a job, ready to go, start my life, and it's been up. It's been up since.
Right. Yeah, for me, I definitely would say when I moved to Denver, my first year out there, 2014. Yeah, I definitely would say that because I was bummed, bro. I was getting hurt, man. I was paying like $700 in child support, and like I could never get ahead. And like, man, I was scraping by, bro. I was hurting, man. Like, just basically, just you got to save up money for food. I was a bum ass ninja, like real bum, and like, cause man, I couldn't afford nothing. Like I was basically paying double rent. And then I moved out to Denver with my ex, and then like 3 months later, she left me. So then I was just like, all right, like, what am I gonna do? But
He's
then like I was like, I'm
out
not going
here.
back to San Diego. I'm not going anywhere else. I'm gonna make that choice. And man, that really got my life together. Like right there, like something about Denver. I think you know this too, because like you just said, like you just how you skyrocketed. There's opportunities out in Denver for like growth. So for me, man, like my life just shot up. Like so it just went from like one job and then bam, I'm making like $5 more. The other job, making more money. Started bartending, making a shit ton of money. Got out of debt, paid all that child support back that was back for me. I got my credit score up, met Julie, started a family. Um, I definitely would say for sure, like 2014 is where I would definitely buy my stock because you ain't lying, man. Penny stocks, that was a negative stock, man. I was that
Ain't
was a
good for
super negative
none.
stock. Credit score all fucked up. Just
Yeah, had shit. All you had was debt.
yeah, that's all I had, and like just
I got debt and a smile, baby. Debt and a
right? And now, like, yeah, now to
smile.
have like that good debt and like that credit score, like feeling good. Um, Dads, get your credit score up. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you a question.
What's
So
up?
you've now been a dad for like, how Kairos was 6 months,
7. You just turned 7 months on the 20th, 4 days
7 months,
ago.
7 months. So what are like the three big things in these first 7 months that you have learned about yourself or get?
Oh, damn, that's a really, really good question. Since that, and especially like I'm stay at home, so like I'm with them like majority of the time. I would say like the biggest thing that I've learned about taking care of him is just like cherish that time that you do have with your kids. Especially like so I'm coming at it from like a really crazy angle because like my first, son, Bryant, like I spent I would say like a total of like 20 days with that kid. Like I didn't have that much time with that little dude. Great kid, but I just was never in his life, due to circumstances that we'll go over probably later on in the podcast. So like whenever I'm with Kyra, like dude, I cherish that time, man. Like because like for me, like time right now is much more uh it's worth a lot more. It's like to me, it's like Wakanda's vibranium. It's worth a lot, and spending that time with him and then having him around my dad, it's just priceless, man. And you're gonna feel it too. It's just like just having that time with him and just like sitting down and just like playing with him, talking to him, all the interactions that you have. Shit is nuts, man. It's worth more than anything that like I think I've ever had. Like a pair of shoes that I've always wanted. I've always wanted some Gary Paynes. I ended up buying those and felt very unsatisfied. Dude, with you and with you have your kid, man, you feel so satisfied when they're in your arms. So satisfied when you see them like do tummy time for like the first time. Like he's starting to do that little crawly thing and it's really cool. Like you see him with like, his little tooth is coming in. Just the milestones are so, so crazy. And like you just watch like a young person just develop like right in front of your eyes, man. It's worth its weight in gold, man. Like I'm telling you,
I feel that.
it's the ultimate prize of being a dad. And you're gonna feel it too, man. Like you're gonna feel it and you're gonna love it.
I'm
You're gonna love every
geeked.
second of
Oh
it.
yeah, I'm taking 6 weeks off. Um, I'm very excited, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know. I'm just ready to be a father. You know what I mean? Like
Right?
I'm ready for all the mustard shits, all the long nights, all the the panic attacks when you think something's wrong and it's like some minor shit and you think it's probably the worst thing that ever happened and you're sitting there doubting yourself like I shouldn't be a parent. I'm not ready. You know what I'm saying? It's like not even a big deal. If I got the sniffles and you out here acting like it's the worst thing ever. Yeah, man, I'm just excited for all of that. Um, yeah, dude.
Fatherhood, like
I can't even like put a name to it. Like
it,
I'm
it,
just
it it's
geeked.
so hard to actually like label the feelings that you feel. And that's why it's good to talk about this with you, like and run this through. So I'll talk about it with like my boy Dan too. And you know, he has his kids now more on a regular basis, and like he's just telling me like, man, you're gonna feel this, you're gonna feel that. So it's gonna be great to like go through this process like with you, and like see like your emotions. You know, like how
I
you're gonna feel
look,
because you ain't lying about making that mistake, man. It's like a little quick story. I
motherfucker
had
fall
this
off the
dude.
bed. No.
Oh, dude, no, it was the ottoman. Like we had this ottoman in the middle, like of our living room, and he started to roll over. And man, like I was stupid. Like I went to go like to the kitchen to go like make some coffee or something stupid, and then like I turn around, I hear this crying, and he's like, "Ah!" And like he's on the floor, and I was like, oh
Oh
shit! Like, and then Julie's
shit!
over there, like,
Yeah.
oh shit! Like, dude, we're scrambling. And then that like two mornings later, I ended up talking to my neighbor. She is like a 1 month, I mean, a 1 year, 2 month old. And she was like, man, like, if you want to hear a war story, like, check this out. Like, her kid fell from the high chair, like the dog knocked it over and she fell from the fucking high chair. So, like, shit happens, man. Like, that's the thing. That's what you got to learn too as a dad. Like, shit's going to happen. There's going to be bumps, there's going to be bruises, but those kids are built for it, unless it's like a catastrophic, you don't want like, TBIs or nothing, but like
Yeah, nothing stupid. Like most of the
right,
stuff can be preventable if you're just paying
right,
attention.
right, right.
Just pay
And,
attention, man.
and that right there is just like that was like a lesson learned on like, all right, like these kids like suddenly get these capabilities, and like for him to like roll, like he rolled like a good like 3 feet, and like I didn't even think that was even possible. But hey, I learned that lesson real quick, and I ain't doing that shit no more.
You know what I
So
mean? I'm gonna roll off this motherfucker.
right.
We felt like Arthur in the intro, like whoa. Oh hell no, that the kid, that dude's there you go. The
Goofy.
moral of the story, the moral of the story, pay the fucking attention.
Hell yeah. At
Attention.
at all
And when
times.
you when you don't expect it is when the unexpected happens.
Exactly. Don't
'Cause,
get caught lacking. You know,
yeah, they plotting on you the whole time. Like,
right?
let me see this Bob motherfucker paying attention to me.
Dad tip of the year, actually, because this is probably, we're going into 2023. Tummy time all
Yo,
fucking day. Telling you,
tummy time.
tummy time as much as possible. It builds like muscles, it builds that core strength. Like right now, like, he's 7 months, like he's almost crawling. Like he's in that crawling position right now. He's just yet to move his legs. And that's just
Yo,
rigorous amount of tummy time.
well,
Tummy time.
when I was little, they said I used to crawl with one leg because I was fat. I used to just like slither. I used to push off with one and drag one. Oh, that shit's
Bootleg
bogus
ass
as hell.
pirate, dude.
Yeah, bro. My sister still told me that shit to this day. I was like, bro, that's like 30 years ago. Let that shit go. She's like, no, I remember when you used to drag your leg. You know, fat ass used to just drag a leg. They always gotta bring that up to me, man. No matter how old I get.
Dude, you're gonna love it, man. I actually like I'm actually like really excited to like see your progression and like
Bro,
father.
it's
You
gonna be
know?
crazy. My whole life I've been taking care of other people's kids, talking to them about their kids from like really little all the way through middle school, high school. So to have my own finally, like I've been working with youth since I was 18, since I was a
Mhm.
kid. I was a kid taking care of other people's kids back at home in Chicago at Clarendon Park. You
Mhm.
know, that's where it all started. And to be where I'm at now and then finally have my own kid, bro, like man, it's crazy. It's just so I don't even know how like I said earlier, I don't even know how to explain it, bro. Like it's just
Right.
mind-boggling. And I'm old too, but like when I talk to people, they're like, yo, I can't believe you're having a kid. Woo. And I'm like, bro, I'm 32. What you mean you can't believe like they're acting like I'm not like an 18-year-old or something.
Right.
Like,
Right.
but like it's crazy because it's different. I don't know. It's weird. Like it's just kind of surreal that it's not just, life is gonna be totally different. But I'm excited for that next
And
chapter.
totally different. And like you just said, like it's insane that like you wake up and like you're like, damn, man, I'm 32. Like,
Yeah, and now it's
It,
gonna be damn. I'm 32, and it's not about me. It's like, well, what is my baby doing? Is she home?
right,
She needs
right.
something. This,
You
you
know,
know.
turn around, like, like Kairo's now, like, he's 7 months old, and I remember when he was first born. I remember just getting out here and you're helping me, like, move my shit. Like, it's so crazy how time goes by so fast, man. So fast. And that's why I said earlier, man, love the moments, love the little small details, the little moments, because like we're just here just such a little short period of time. And like, that's why, like, I think being a stay-at-home dad, it had me reflect on like all like that grinding that I did. Like, I don't know if you know the tale of John Henry, right? Like, was a black dude with a hammer, and he used to like fucking hammer nails on this railroad until he died. You know what I mean? And he basically, they call it John Henryism. Is like when you work to your death, right? If I didn't have like Cairo come into my life, I probably would have worked myself to my death. You know what I mean? Just kept working, just stream rolling, just going by and just keep working myself till I'm like fucking like deceased. Because like I think that's what we do is that we equate that like time equals money, but time shouldn't equal money. We should value that time more than money. You know what I mean? Like value that time that you're making that money, but at the same time, like value family, value your friends, value your kids, value, like the little things that make you happy before you end up fucking deceased on fucking a tombstone.
Yeah, I mean, everyone I talk to who's old, that's like one of the questions I ask. Like, what do you regret? What would you change? And usually, it's always about work. I
Mm-hmm.
wish I wouldn't have worked as much as I would say, especially the old men that I've talked to, they always say something like that. Like, I wouldn't have worked as much. I would have spent a little bit more time at the house. Um, and I'm a firm believer of like non-examples are examples,
Yeah.
right? So like I can learn from your mistakes, so I don't have to make the same mistake. You've already made it for me. You made it for other people,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if you're telling me this, why am I going to continue on and just do it and if I can get the same result as you? Like if you
Exactly.
telling me you worked yourself to death and not to death, but like you worked yourself overtime all the time and you was chasing the dollar all the day, and then when you're older, you think back about everything you missed. I don't need to go through that in order to know I shouldn't do that.
Right.
Like the people I've heard it from, like you can hear it in their tone, like it changed, like a lot of regret, a lot of hurt in there, and a lot of like, missed opportunities for, to spend time with their kids at that certain age or whatever they missed. Um, life's expensive, but you gotta find a balance.
Yeah.
It's hard. I mean, easier said than done, right? Everyone has different situations. You got folks who have to work. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta work. You got single parents. You got, not everyone is in a good situation like that. So yeah, but the time you do have, you gotta muscle up, right? You gotta muscle up. No excuses. I mean, my mom used to take me everywhere when I was a little kid on the bus. You know what I'm saying? Like there was no excuses. We rode the bus everywhere. We rode the train.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we got there. If I played baseball, if we couldn't afford it, we was selling candy. Like
Right.
we made it happen. You know what I mean? So I have no
Right.
excuse. Like we gotta make it do what it does.
Any means necessary. I think that mentality is kind of lost with our younger generation. Because like, man, that's what I was, man. Like you ain't lying. Like if I didn't have enough money to do things, like, hey man, you fundraise. You start fundraising. You start selling chocolates. Start selling some Skittles. Like you're selling Gatorades. Like you're posted up in front of games and you're selling like a bunch of snacks and stuff that you get from Costco. Try to monetize that stuff and try to get yourself some jerseys. You know, get yourself some team shoes if you want that stuff.
Something. Yeah.
That the art of that is kind of lost. The art of like
I mean, I
grinding.
honestly though, I hope I'm in a position now where I hope my kid don't have to like my kid should not be going through the stuff. She will not go through anything that I've experienced when I
Mhm.
was a little kid. The goal is for her to be better off. And then whatever other kids I have after this, like that is the ultimate goal, right? Is to be better off the next gen. The same shit I had to go through, then we ain't make no progress. That is a
Right,
reflection on me.
right.
Then we haven't progressed. You know what I mean? In that, that big. Remember when we talked about earlier by buying that stock? My stock went up in 2016. If she fails, that stock goes right back to what it was worth in 2015.
Sure.
We ain't make no progress. Like I ain't come here for no reason. You know what I'm saying? I didn't bring you into this world for no reason, just to like go through the same struggles and shit that I went through. No, it's
Sure.
supposed to be better, and that's the goal. And I mean, that's our goal for sure. My wife will attest the same thing. She wants our kids to be totally different than what we both experienced. And she had a good household. It was just, more traditional, more straight,
Hmm.
not as like not as Americanized. She's
Hmm.
first gen, so it wasn't Americanized at all. Um, but yeah, it should be better, it should be different, more opportunities. I know more. My wife knows more. We're both college educated. We both know how to like navigate the system a little bit, at least enough to get started. All that matters.
Does.
Yeah, all that shit matters, bro. It's hard out here. If you
Yeah.
don't know the game, if you don't know the systems, if you don't know how to put your kid in school, if you don't know how to do a bank account, if you don't know anything about credit, if you don't know milestones that your kid should be hitting at certain ages, or why your kid's in special education, or why your kid ain't talking to you because they're a teenager and they think they're grown and they're just little shits. I mean, like, bro, it's hard, man. It's a lot, and you don't know social media, and you don't understand, and the shit that kids go through at school, bro. Like bullying's on steroids. The kids are mean as fuck. There's the shit out of you in person, on social media, everywhere they can, bro. They will try to tear you down, and you got to prepare your shorty for that, because you don't, them kids end up being victims, straight up victims to themselves, victims to the streets, victims to society, and just everything that can go wrong, bro. Like you got to be on point. You
Yeah.
got to set the tone with your shorties ASAP. They got to know that shit from the get go, that it is hard out here, but I got your back.
Agreed, man. Agreed. Because you ain't lying, man. You're knee deep in it, and that's
Yeah,
definitely gonna be a topic. Because like, you're like knee deep. I had to get out them streets, man. Because like,
you know
man,
what I'm
like
saying? Like it's
it's like
crazy, bro.
it is insane, and like especially modern day, like it's gonna get worse and worse and worse.
Gonna get worse.
And like the parenting needs to make the adjustments. Pay Manning, Audible. Start getting better. Like start reading that defense. Because like right now,
Yeah.
it's whew, man, them schools is lit right now. It's
Yeah, a
hot. It's
lot of
hot.
Omahas,
You
man. We need an
know
Omaha action.
exactly.
RPOs. We need all that shit, because these kids are buck, bro. And then they're getting younger. They're getting buck wild even younger. Um, I work in middle school, and these kids they act like I did in high school, but
Right.
they don't have the mental capacity
No.
that I did at 17. These little mugs are 11 years old, acting crazy. You go down
Yeah.
to elementary, and they buck wild, and they're seeing all this shit all over the internet, social media, but they just don't understand it. They take it off for face value.
Right. That's something we definitely gotta like venture into in like further podcasts for sure. Um,
But today is
any
about the babies. The babies. We stuck on the babies. We're in the present.
any last words right now as we in
Nah, I mean,
this podcast,
last
this
words.
episode
Last
one.
words for the episode one. We've been all over the place, but that's what intros are. Um, I don't know, man. I'm just excited. That's what I'm gonna end on. I'm excited to step into fatherhood. I'm excited to be a girl dad. I'm excited for the ups and downs of what's coming, the unknowns. Um, I'm excited to figure this out, man. I talked to a lot of homies who got kids, and I just feel like I'm through the roof with excitement. I don't know what it is, but um, it's gonna be cool. I think we might even have an episode from the fucking hospital. I'm gonna go
Yeah,
live.
man, you sweating.
I'm gonna go
This way.
live. I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna step into the lobby and shit, and be like, "Hey, man, I need a quiet space." You know what I'm saying? I want to make a video. We're gonna talk about how I'm about to shit my pants like this baby, because I'm nervous as hell.
Get you some diapers. You need some adult diapers for
Yeah, I
sure,
need some
man. Because I tell you,
adults. Let me
that
get
shit's
them.
crazy. It's
Uh,
crazy.
but yeah,
It's
man. And
crazy.
I hope everyone else enjoyed our first little conversation today. We got a lot more to go.
Oh, of course.
Um, and like I said, we just two motherfuckers with kids.
Oh
We
yeah.
just like to talk. This is my homie Marcus. We met in Denver. We've been locked in for like 5 years. We talk about everything. We talk all the time. So this was just a glimpse of what our everyday conversation looks like since we've tapped in with one another about 5 years ago.
Damn
Uh,
right.
two different worlds coming together for the same mission. That's really what it boils down to.
Yeah, man. Hope everybody liked the first episode, Like this is start of a new thing, I like this, you know what I mean? Come over here, have a couple drinks, talk some shop, talk some fatherhood. Hope you guys get a little game from it too. If you're out here, you're struggling as a dad, come see us. If you're out
And if
here,
you
you want
got
some
answers,
conversation,
yeah, and if hell yeah, bro. And if
come
you got
see
some
us.
answers, homie, we might even we throw you on this joint. We can all talk
Right,
because
right,
we all
right.
need
We
game
will
because
be
we
taking
new
it
fathers.
for sure. We definitely want to interview some
Yeah,
other dads out there and get their perspective, no matter
on
where you
on
at.
everything
That's
for sure.
because like the help is the help. We're all in this together. We all want to raise some good ass kids. We don't want no babies kids running around here. We also want to further that legacy, which you were talking about earlier. So make sure that legacy is like not falling off. Make sure that legacy is like where it's at its own point. Hey, well, that's it, man. 5 stars. Give this a like on the algorithm. Say what's up. Share this with your homies. Let them know that we in here. Let them know we some two motherfuckers with kids. You know, stay up, be awesome,
Peace.
have a good one.
Wash your ass.